Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Report reaching us right now is that the great lion ordered Ebony to vacate her palace apartment after a heated midnight confrontation. Our people say, you know, a calabash that holds royal water cannot be compared to a god that holds rain water. This, we are talking about value. It's not a small thing. Now, what happened was that Ebony had gone to the chamber of the great lion to go and meet the great lion. And you know that then you do not just get up one day and just enter the great lion's chamber. You have to apply, like not written application. You have to let the great lion know that you want to see him. And apparently when she went there, it wasn't her turn to go there. But, you know, because of emotional, you know, pain and all of that, she needed to see her husband. No matter what happens, you know, it's her husband. You know, this thing with, you know, wanting to see your husband when your husband wants you to see him is not something that every woman can handle, right? And so she went there. And when she went there, as we were hearing, they said a great lion was with Adetutu. Yes, so there is a woman still called Adetutu that is there right now. They said they have not done, finished everything, but it looks like that woman is going to be one of them, okay? For now, she is a priestess. She was there, Adetutu and Dr. Sapphire, they were there talking to the great lion, and Ebony barged in. They said the way she barged in was very disrespectful as far as the great lion is concerned. And the great lion ordered her out. And she said she wasn't leaving. You know, recently she's been very, like she is tangy with the great lion. Where, like, you know, when you feel like something don't reach you where, you know, if you take them again, yeah? Like, you know, when you see, say, something come there, you like film. Like that thing we do Regina Dana, you know, say, come there and like film, right? That was how the great lion asked Adetutu and Sapphire to excuse them. And so they left. When they left, Ebony started with the great lion, counting all the several wrongs of the great lion, telling the great lion why the great lion is the reason why there is no peace in their home, and why Oloris will continue to go against Oloris and all of that because of the gross level of marginalization in the palace. Now, the great lion did not let her land. The great lion asked her, when you talk about marginalization, I do know that you're referring to the jewel. Now, talking about marginalization between you and the jewel, who has been most marginalized? Why is nobody talking about all the times that she was outside? When she had to source for her own money to buy her own house by herself without my help. Now, maybe you guys have forgotten. When the jewel left the palace, the great lion did not go for the jewel for after like 9 months. As in, these women, they entered the palace before the great lion realized that he still needed the jewel and went for the jewel. Now, during that time when the jewel was in the palace, left the palace, where did she live to? She left to, you know, Akure. Living in that house, their house in Akure, yes, that was where she was living. She had nothing else. Absolutely nothing else. She had to search for her own resources and everything, and eventually bought herself a 3-bedroom duplex in Lekki there. 3-bedroom. That was what she bought for herself right there in Lekki. When the jewel found out that the great she bought a house in Lekki, she was going to, in fact, she moved into that house. And they say the great lion got really upset and said the baby T cannot live in a house that had been paid for the jewel by another, because that was what they insinuated and told the jewel, the great lion, that it was another man who paid for the house, who bought the house for the jewel. And the great lion did not find it funny at all. And the great lion got really pissed off and started wahala with the jewel up and down, until, you know, he had to go and renovate. Like today, everybody's talking about the royal mansion. Who heard about the royal mansion before? The royal mansion has always been there. Has always been there. It was one old building, like not as tush as it is now. The Great Lion had to go and start renovating the royal mansion, brought the royal mansion to where it is right now, that everybody's eyeing, and asked the jewel to move into the royal mansion, that the jewel should completely sell that house. Whether the jewel sold it, some people say she didn't sell it, that she rented it out and moved back to the royal mansion. So during that time out, are you aware that the jewel was struggling by herself? She was out there on the street with nobody to help her, no guidance, nothing. She was all by herself. The only place she had that she could call hers was that Akure. Everybody was celebrating, everybody was jubilating. Nobody talked about marginalization at that time. No one ever talked about marginalization. But today, everybody is talking about marginalization. You marginalize me here, you marginalize me there. And the Great Lion said he does not want to hear anything about marginalization, that it is enough, that he will never ever hear it, that nonsense should stop. Then they say during this time out, the Great Lion and the Ebony, they were talking, as in they were going back and forth. When the jewel was going through all of these things that she went through, who was there? Who spoke for her? How come none of you came to come and do, we no go gree, yo, we no go gree. We no go gree, yo, we no go gree. Why are you marginalizing her? We no go gree. How come nobody said that? But when the Great Lion decided to start responding to the needs of the jewel, paying her for everything that she has gone through, the humiliation and everything, it became a problem. And that problem has been so big. Others have fought and fought and fought and fought and fought. They know that they cannot win again. They have left it. Ebony took over. Ebony said, oh, mon Namibi, I got rumbe. I will continue to fight. To a point where things have gotten out of hand. When he went there and brought this issue of marginalization to the Great Lion gave her, a piece of his heart and asked her out of his sight, told her to leave immediately. They said she refused to leave. That the Great Lion was talking, she was throwing what? The Great Lion was talking, she was throwing what? The Great Lion was talking, she was throwing what? Until the Great Lion called the guards and gave her 24 hours to move out of, her apartment, move out of that. They said that she should move out of the palace in 24 hours. That if in 24 hours Ebony does not leave that apartment, that they are going to go and lock. In fact, they would lock the place and they would throw her out. This is how bad the Tory don't enter. I'm going to bring you people more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and shouldn't be seen as fact.